Look at what we have stumbled across here. A cricket ball red Aston Martin DBX with a hell of a lot of exterior silver, 160 grand. This is not the spec that I would go for. However, I'm incredibly jealous of this interior. A light interior on the DBX complements the design so much better than the black that I currently have. And also, that pan roof is beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived at Alexander's Prestige.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Supercars in London. Good morning. The sun is shining up north and what a beautiful day. We couldn't have timed this any better because today, Sam is on his way up from London in the Land Rover Defender 90 that he borrowed from these guys and has been test driving for the last 3 months. 3 months ago, I actually dropped Sam off in the Bentley Flying Spur that I had at the time so that he could collect that car. It is the perfect opportunity. I'm up here, I've just been to Amari Supercars, I've driven east, and tomorrow I head to Magnitude Finance headquarters. So I thought, why not stop off at these guys, check out what they've got in stock, catch up with Sam, and well, whilst the weather's as good as it is, we don't get the weather like this all that often. Gives me the perfect opportunity to try and persuade the guys inside to maybe try something.
What a beautiful sight after 3.5 hours of a drive up from London. You see my face.
I thought you were joking when you said you were coming today. I was like, you're not actually going to come by. Hello.
How are you?
I'm all right.
Yeah, tired?
I thought the DBX outside was just some of their stock.
Oh no, not with that number plate, Sam.
How are you finding it? Is that your first time driving one?
Yeah.
Oh, how are you finding it?
So I enjoyed day one.
Right.
On the country roads.
I
I'm yet to talk a little bit more about it on my channel.
Yeah.
Mixed reviews, shall we say?
Yes, a bit like the Defender, which I'm returning today. Yeah. Good in very niche conditions.
Yes, I would say, having read quite a lot of articles about it and reviews about it, it is a beautifully handling car when you push on.
Sure.
But just on the more usual things that you would expect from a car that costs nearly 200 grand, it's about 5 years behind.
Well, I know from Alexander's website that they've got like at least 5 or 6
I've already filmed it down
Okay,
there.
other things that you'd get instead of a DBX.
Yeah.
Which is a shame, they'll all be down there.
But, DBX 707. Oh, yes.
So what, one that just handles better but is still crap inside?
I haven't seen the inside.
Well, they haven't changed it, have they?
No.
So it's just going to be crap still. It's just going to handle better, which is like even less the time you use it. What are you actually doing here, by the way? Because I've got like 3 videos to film.
I was at Amari's and this is on my way, so I thought, why not?
Don't get my way then.
I knew that.
I'm really busy.
I knew that you were coming up, so I was like, hey, I dropped you off when you were collecting it. Why don't I come back up to see how you are?
I thought it was a joke, so I was like, oh yeah, cool, yeah, swing by, mate, whatever. I'm like super busy, like I've got a lot to do, so.
Cool.
Just leave me to it, yeah.
Stay out of my way.
Yeah. I know what you're like, because you're going to sit there and go, have you seen this Vantage? It's so nice. Maybe I'll buy a Portofino, and you're just going to kick tyres all day.
Well, I've already slagged off the Portofino because I hate it.
Are you mad? This spec is so nice. I live on the Alexander's website, so I know all these cars before I turn up. This spec, if I were to be ordering a Portofino M, blue with a slightly grey interior, I think is a win-win. This is so nice.
You're a strange man.
I just have taste.
Like that V12 Vantage.
Yeah.
Whoa.
This is amazing, but again, as a thing to pick up, I don't like the two-tone. I like the tan-ish.
But all tan would be too much.
All tan would be too much. I think it's the wrong tan.
Oh.
I think it should be a chocolate. Because this is such a light green. For me, it's not the one, but they've sold this car like 2 or 3 times, so it's clearly super popular. And then
yeah.
Doesn't really like
Turns out your taste is quite niche, shall we say.
Not as niche as yours.
Look what I'm arranging here. 3 beautiful super sports cars, all within £100,000. Sam, get your ass in here right now. Stop filming that Ferrari, Charles Leclerc.
He actually owns a piece.
This is a spider, but he lives in Monaco. But here is a beautiful selection of cars that I believe, not just in Alexander's Prestige, but I would say on Auto Trader, are arguably some of the best cars you can buy for 100 grand.
Oh, that's what you've been doing. I've been sitting around. They keep moving cars. I was like, what are you guys doing? They're like, oh, Paul asked us to get these 3 cars. I was like, random. Now it's making a bit more sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would say you've picked 1 fantastic car for 100 grand and 2 others.
Oh my God.
Because Paul,
Yeah.
if there's a Porsche and a GT3 in the lineup, your hunt is over.
Apart from the sound,
What do you mean? This sounds a 901.1. This sounds amazing.
that's what I'm saying. Apart from the sound, what's good about it?
Yes, that's a whole separate video. I was about to slag that off, but I just suddenly remembered I really like the Vantage.
You can't.
And you know what? As a package, it is fantastic. I just feel like over time we've all overlooked this new Vantage, maybe.
I think it was overlooked from the moment it came out. Other than the fact that it looked good, everyone was like, it's just an AMG GT.
Well, it kind of is. But I still think this spec is spot on.
The colour is beautiful, and we will be getting it out under natural light. Yep.
Hello.
We're going to jump in this, but there's one thing that I wanted to mention. It's got a colour-coded rear diffuser on this car.
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Yeah, so it's actually the same.
I don't know if I like that.
I don't know whether the camera's going to...
I'd wrap that black.
Would you actually?
I'd wrap that black, yeah. Because it's such a stylish, elegant car. That's a bit like in your face.
Yeah.
But you know what else is stylish and elegant?
The
R8
R8.
GT3. Can we just forget the R8? You only picked it here because, like, out of sympathy.
No, because the thing with that car is when you supercharge it.
Don't supercharge it.
I look at this car right now as unfinished. It needs 750 brake.
Okay, that's... Can I swear on your channel?
No, 100 grand, you can't beat it.
That's a ridiculous thing to say. This is a fantastic car, a brilliant car. It cannot escape its badge, and it never will. And, okay, you and I would get bored with this car for 2 months because we're spoiled, we drive lots of things. But I do think even anyone in the world, after a while, would think, it is just an Audi. It's as amazing as it is.
I know what you mean.
It was a dream for me for a long time.
It's hard to put into words, but I actually think the manual V8 Gen 1 R8 feels more special to drive.
Yes, 100%. Or the V10.
Yeah.
This era, it got so good and so electronic that it started to become not that special.
It lost a little bit of its...
impractical.
Yeah.
Whilst the GT3, even with the Club Sport Pack, great front boot.
Great front boot.
I just had a stroke on camera. Great front boot. You can still fit some bags in the back there. Looks the bomb.
It's a bit uncomfortable though, isn't it?
It's a bit uncomfortable.
Yeah.
The hardcore seats.
Feels like a race car.
I mean, the Vantage wouldn't see this around the track.
No.
But if you turned up at Monaco Casino, this... child. This, Mr. Bond.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And you've got the AMG GT characteristics, you've got the wonderful engine. Carbon.
This is super nice, this spec.
Yeah.
What's the price of this car? Wow. Yeah, it's a bit of you, this as well. If you think about it, like AMG GTS, C63S.
No.
Sorry, what was I thinking? So you like the powertrain. And the looks, I'm sorry, get out my way. It does still look at the bombs. I think it's got the right grille. Do you like this grille? Do you like the new?
I prefer the new one.
See, I like this grille, especially with like chrome effects. Okay, well, let's take it on the road. I think it's great. Am I driving or are you driving?
No, I'm driving. Away we go. When you lower the seat all the way to the lowest settings, the dash is really high. It makes you feel like you're in a proper sports car.
I had forgotten actually what it's like to be in the cabin in one of these cars. It's a lot more dramatic and exciting than I remember.
Yeah. And then just this interior exhaust tone. I know it's fake,
synthetic, but you kind of...
But I really enjoy it. Because it's kind of more of an Aston tone than what is actually being played out the back.
What are we analysing here? Whether this is the best sports car you can buy for 100 grand at the minute?
Yeah, I think so. Because I would argue it is. When it came out at 150 grand, I basically said this was the best sports car that I've driven. The reason why I'm not buying it is because I can't afford the depreciation.
Sure.
The depreciation has happened now.
It's happened and it doesn't seem to be happening anymore. These cars have been sitting at just under 100 grand now for like 3 years.
Yeah.
So they actually represent quite a good opportunity, I think. Okay, so let's think of what are the negatives, what are the flaws. So the infotainment system is now a little bit dated.
Yep.
Because it's the old Mercedes system. It looks a little old and fiddly, and I think some of the buttons down here don't quite make sense. Whilst the layout is pretty, little bit fiddly.
Yeah.
Reliability, what's that supposed to be like?
I think it's pretty solid.
Yeah?
From what I've heard, the majority of stuff that is niggly are the electrics.
Yeah, that's what I was going to point out. I think
And
that would
the
be
parking sensors are the most sensitive parking sensors I've ever experienced. And what are all these cars doing? They weren't here the last time we went on a drive.
No, I feel like maybe it's school pickup.
It's like a car boot sale.
Yeah. So once you get out of the town, you'll be alright. Yeah. Oh, that's mad. Yeah, see, this is just nice, isn't it? This is the problem. We're now old.
Yeah.
This is what appeals to us. Front engine, GT car, small package, punchy engine.
Don't want to scare the doggos.
I was going to say, the crackles from there.
Should have done a downshift and just nailed it. Oh, what a day!
They are just so nice, these cars. It's a car that you want to spend so much time in. Just do loads. I'm so comfortable.
Do you know what? The one thing that I'm actually thinking about right now, because the sun is shining, would I buy coupe or roadster because I just want to drive it down to the south of France and live down there?
Coupe every time. I've driven the roadster, get the coupe. Yeah. But it's such a nice place. I bet you the sound system's probably mega. Oh, it's a car to live with. It's a 911 rival, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, that is nice. I don't know though. I don't know whether you could call this the best car currently on market for 100 grand. Because have you heard of the Ferrari 360?
I have missed this car because I had one for 3 months. I
remember.
daily drove it. I did 3,000 miles in it. And I gave it back and I was like, that is a very, very good car. But because it was never mine, I never felt like I could put my own flair and personality through it. Whereas the idea of actually owning one is a completely different proposition. And actually, this is a perfect blank canvas for me that I feel like is untouched within the YouTube world. It's a car that I want, which is incredibly important when buying a car for the YouTube channel. What are you talking about?
Don't buy one and ruin one.
No.
Don't
I'm not
ruin
going to
one.
ruin one. What I'm saying is, no one's really fiddled with one.
But maybe for a reason. Don't fiddle with one. It's so. We've just been saying how great it is.
Yeah, but I mean, this engine, you know.
What about this
You can
engine?
easily get 750 brake.
Oh no! Oh no!
I knew that'd be the perfect way to end, just winding you out and continually getting under your skin. Look at
It
it.
looks amazing.
It's the paint for me. I said in the showroom that I actually really like the silver and the grey, but actually you put a bit of colour in like this, like a burnt orange.
Just the angles of the car. Actually, it's been a while since I've spent time with or around one, and like on a day like today in this setting, it just looks mega.
I wonder whether you could buy this car used and then somehow get the new grille fitted to it as a retrofit.
I bet there's a way.
I bet there's a way.
I bet there's a way. It sounds expensive, but I bet there's a way.
Yeah, because I actually really like this. I think the wheels could do with being changed. Because I think they're DB11 wheels.
Yeah, I would change the wheels. This I think is cool, but maybe unnecessary.
Yeah.
As in, you could save a bit of cash.
Someone's shooting at us?
Play pigeon shooting.
So whilst we're hearing gunshots rather close to us, I feel like it's probably the right time that we get back in the car.
I think so. I'm not sure we're allowed to park here.
Head back to Alexander's Prestige. But that is a very short drive of getting a taste of what the Aston Martin Vantage is like, especially under the conditions that we're under today. The blue sky just makes everything better.
It's perfect, and the best thing for you is you get to get out of one Aston Martin back into another. you lucky guy, you.
But onwards to Magnitude Finance. Sam, great to see you. Have a fun. How are you getting back?
Well, thanks for wasting a couple of hours of my day. I'm
You've
getting the train.
Oh.
You want to give me a lift?
No. Unless you want to come to Magnitude Finance with me, we are continuing on with the road trip. So I'll see you soon, guys. Take care. Goodbye.